Hello everyone, Artyom here once more in Metro Exodus. And when we had left off, we had just escaped on the train out of Moscow, and we're out somewhere beyond the city limits. So let's see what happens next, shall we?
We are at a crossroads, so to speak, where everybody can help but one.
I'm awake.
What next? Where do we go from here?
Yes, more or less what I expected from you. But you got the picture. So, is your counter functioning? Have you checked it?
Yes, it's all green. Double checked it. Stepan's in the green too. We don't need masks here.
So, they were telling the truth.
Who was telling the truth? Why won't you answer? Who are those people trying to kill us? Why would they shoot at you, the Order's commander? Explain something at least. You owe us that.
Well, I might as well drop the bomb now. The war did not end.
What do you mean, did not end?
Let me finish. Most of our cities are destroyed. The rest of the country is probably under enemy occupation. To avoid new nuclear attacks against us, Command chose the only viable course of action: to play dead. To ensure radio silence, the SHIELD system was created. A network of radio jammers covering Moscow and suburbs. So that some radio enthusiasts wouldn't bring more bombs down on our heads by whining on air. And it's one of these jammers that got disabled by the hands of those present here.
Could you not have shared that before? Say, before Artyom took that radio outside and caught all that radiation?
No! I only got briefed half year ago, under a strict you talk, you die policy. And then had to tell my people we were securing a weather station.
Sir, with all due respect, if we can't go back, maybe we should advance and move on?
I have an idea, but... Artyom!
Yes?
Rather than carrying on with this silent disapproval of yours, check the airwaves. We should be out of the jamming range by now, so give it your best try. Look for transmissions from the Ark.
Ark? What's the
Do
Ark?
you understand now why we are traitors in the eyes of Command? We shut down a jamming station, shot up the guards, destroyed a patrol train, and ran away from Moscow.
Okay, let's see.
Who even needs a trial when the case is so clear? There's no way back now. Which means we have to continue moving forward.
Command, what are you talking about?
The Moscow Defense Command. Have you ever heard of the Invisible Watchers?
I have, but they're just an urban legend.
Not at all. They are Command.
Are you sure they care for more than just protecting their asses?
there's a couple
You
of them.
mentioned the Ark. What's that all about?
If Artyom finds their signal, you'll figure everything out. Otherwise, there is nothing to talk about.
Do you think finding that Ark of yours is going to fix everything?
I do not. But if you
Hey,
have a
found
better
music.
idea, then go ahead.
Yes, I do. We have to find a good place for people from...
Wait a moment, what was that?
Operation Committee speaking from the Ark Project base. Everyone who can hear me, everyone still will...
Listen, everyone!
Proceed to the rally point. Rally point location is code 1811-79. Area 18-5.
Where was that number supposed to
Proceed to the
be?
rally point. Rally
Got
point
it.
location is code
So, it is somewhere around here. The Yamantau Mountain. So, the route from here should go like this. This is our goal!
Shall we overcome
So,
any and
is this
all
what you had in mind?
Yes, this is it. The Ark Project is a whole city underground. Enormous stores, machines, the best experts. It is the Commander General's HQ. All of the country's leaders are there. They have already started the restoration work. We will tell them that Moscow is alive. It wasn't all for nothing. Everything will change. Everything. Do you get it? A new life is starting for all the survivors of the war.
Yay!
By the way, are there any single women in that place?
Great reaction. So I think the moment calls for Bring it out to me.
Bring what out, Colonel? Sir.
That thing that's been sloshing about in your canteen. You think I'm deaf or what?
That. Just a moment. I thought my ears were deceiving me.
It's not a short trip to the Urals, so we should
thank
make
you.
ourselves comfortable, I guess. Let's name this bucket of bolts at the very least, eh?
It's about time.
Let's go around and be done with it.
Nah, go to hell.
Beelzebub?
Even better. Oh, come
How
on.
about Aurora? The Roman goddess of dawn and a cruiser of, you know what?
That's better.
Not bad. I like it.
Ah, beautiful name.
Sounds okay, but the cruiser of what?
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Looks like it's decided.
Okay.
Let's drink to Aurora!
Aurora! Whew, stiff drink.
Hey, Artyom.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that map.
Okie
All
dokie.
right, we had a round. That should be enough. Yermak, full steam ahead.
Aye. Full steam ahead.
So,
Wow, that's some distance. I wonder how long it will take.
hopefully not too long.
How are you, Alyosha?
Let's take a look here. You can resume your journey or continue exploring the train. Oh, I want to explore the train some more.
You sure you're okay? Because I know you.
Just so you know, scars attract the ladies.
Yeah.
And there's definitely a lot of those up ahead.
I don't need a lot, really. It's quality that matters.
Now where are you going?
Look, Artyom, you should at least get some of that fresh air. No mask. This is what you've always dreamed about.
True. Why not? Let's go get some fresh.
Andrei Ivanovich, how long have you been
That crisp winter air. Ah, yes. Lovely. Even if there's a little bit of train smog mixed in.
So, dear Moses, can you feel how sweet the air is without a mask?
Oh,
Not just sweet, so many shades of taste it has. A weird feeling, eh, my friend? I remember you telling me how you took your mask off atop a stunking Otar. When you honed those missiles in on the Dark Ones, was the air bitter then? Who knows though? Had you not launched those missiles, you'd probably never have climbed that building or received that signal.
true.
Life is weird, huh? One random event drags another with it, like links in a chain. And you are pulling that chain out of a deep, dark well. The links emerge from the dark water. And what drink is in that bucket that's on the end of the chain? That's a mystery.
Yes.
That's what I often think about when facing a choice. You can't drop the chain either. You always have to drink from that bucket. Well, bottoms up, I suppose.
Indeed.
So, how does it feel to be the Moses who yanked on this particular chain?
You
Is
talk
it
a
dumb
lot.
to think about such things when all I ever did in life was carry out orders? Well, I'm not called idiot for nothing. Still, I would like to know what's on the end of your chain.
Yes, well. How are you boys doing?
If there's no radiation, that means we can bring everyone out of Moscow.
It doesn't matter if there's radiation or not, Comrade American. The citizens of Moscow will have to stay put.
Why? We're just a short way from the city. The radiation's gone.
Things might have been that easy in your America, but life has never been so easy here. Even now, we woke up saviors of the metro, and by lunchtime, we're enemy spies, saboteurs, train thieves, and what for? Something we thought was true turned out to be a lie. And that is enough for them to want us dead.
Yeah.
The Hansa bosses must have known that we could live up here. But the public didn't know that. Who'd want to stay down in the metro if we told them?
If they are ready to make mincemeat out of old ladies and kids to keep their secret, what do you think would they do to you, Uncle Sam? Huh? We can't go back. We can't use radio. Remember the jammers? And even if you pull a perfect Rambo and break through back into the metro, do you expect them all just believe you and go, yes, Moses, lead us out of this Egypt? Can you even imagine the death toll? Take your average station robbers. Even if the Hansa guards didn't shoot them, how far would they get?
True.
Right to the nearest mutant den, most likely. We are safe here, speeding along on this Eastern Express. They are not as lucky. Not at all.
What if there was a proper evacuation?
And who would do that? Hansa's people? The ones that kept us under lock and key for 20 years? Or us too? Besides, getting the people out of Moscow is not the end of it. You have to settle them somewhere, provide food. No, I do get where you're coming from, but this matter is way more complex than it seems.
I guess you're right. All this clean air went to my head.
Alright.
Wait, does this mean the Colonel was in the know?
His rank does seem to suggest that. Besides, he led negotiations with Hansa. Where would we be without them after the D6 debacle? They gave us weapons, recruits to replenish our losses. We, on the other hand, our competence does not stretch beyond thinking cozy thoughts and keeping the fools in the metro from killing each other off. Remember, if not us, then who?
You're too smart for your own good, idiot. Hey, Demir, I've been thinking, how far are we gonna go?
No masks needed. The railroad runs through the whole country. As far as we want, I reckon. As for Yamantau, it's about 2,000 clicks away.
Wow.
How far can we get with the fuel we have? What's this machine's mileage?
Oh, good point.
Ah, that. Yeah, it's heard that there is a coal guzzler, this thing. Then again, there should be coal stores at every station. And if we don't find any, we could still burn firewood.
Oh, plenty of trees. I'm running away before you guys start talking again.
About a year, I guess. At first, they got me to sign up by singing of my experience helping people. Told me about weather stations and mutant migration observers. I was proud to be helping those. Then, about 2 months ago, they loaded a bunch of people onto my Aurora. The guards took them outside and came back alone.
What?
Told me they took the people to a nearby station, but I knew it had caved in years ago. A few days later, I was coming back from a run. Stopped the train, went and found those people.
Oh.
Soon they understood I saw that ravine. Fed me the usual lies about the spies and whatnot.
Did you believe them?
Well, it sure seems safer to believe. But then, I just couldn't keep the charade up. Then the security officer told me straight. Whoever you speak to, dies. The whole station dies with him if need be. So, that's how it went.
Damn.
But when I saw you, and then Artyom, I knew I wasn't alone anymore. You can't just keep these things in.
Now I understand why you helped us back then. Thank you.
Don't mention it. God willing, it won't end up being done in vain.
Yes.
True.
Have you ever taken a train beyond city borders?
No, didn't get a chance to go. I used to be a metro train engineer. I worked on the ring line. Ha! What a bore that was.
Going on in circles.
Going round and round all day, round and round. And no real distance either. It used to take less than 30 minutes to make the lap.
Oh.
So I kept dreaming about how good it would be to just leave the metro and work on a real railroad. Travel around Russia.
So, how did Did you like that fresh air?
It's delicious.
Out of this world, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought I'd ask Yermak about where we're headed next. I'm sorry I interrupted.
It's all right. Don't worry. There's not much left to tell. My wife wouldn't let me. We had kids, too. When I start going on about the railroad, about my dream, she'd stop sleeping with me for months in protest.
Oh.
Yes. But when Moscow got hit, my Tatiana and the little Sashenka were at home. I was working that day. Irishka was waiting for me in the metro, returning from cram school. So we survived together that day. But in the end, I lost her too. TP. You know how it goes. So, I'm driving here and talking to Tatiana in my head. See, I say, you couldn't stop me for good after all. Here I am, on a real railroad. A real engineer. Tanyusha. I'm sorry I got so emotional there.
Oh, it's my fault. I'm really sorry. And thank you for telling me.
Hey, Artyom.
Hey.
Is there any music on the air?
Oh, let's find out.
As if there would be any.
Well, there just might. Will you scan me in for some?
Let's find some tunes, yeah?
A couple of words.
There's that. Nothing that way. Oh no. I don't think he survived. Wait, what? There we go. Oh.
Listen to that. Actual music.
Oh, drink. Ah. Oh, good stuff. Alright, Miller, you want to talk?
On the life.
I'm done for, my friend. But at least I died protecting my friends.
Shut up, you fool.
I don't think you're going to die.
By the way, Uncle Sam, your command of Russian is quite good. Another 40 years or so, and you'd go completely native. Isn't it confusing now, though? If your California is still around, you became a Russian for nothing. By the way, if we meet the occupying forces, whose side will you be on, Sam? Ours or theirs?
Not funny. But if the war is still not over, does that make us enemies?
Nah, that's not what I meant. The colonel told me to stop smoking shroom, but isn't a pipe of peace an exception, eh?
Sure.
I wish we could smoke one in California, my man. That would be so much fun.
Oh, damn. Hey, do you miss home?
I don't know. Really, I got used to it. But now I learned my folks might be alive, and I'm in a daze.
I see.
That's rough.
What I meant was, even though you're an American, you're our man.
I'm a Spartan, Alyosha. Now and forever. You're a Spartan too. This is what we are now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were women, old guys, and kids. They all wanted it. I didn't even resist. So, I'm going to the Urals. I'm going to see San Diego, though. Even in a dream.
Alright. Miller, you wanna... Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, take a moment to hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, subscribe and hit that bell notification icon to stay up to date with all the new videos. As always, I enjoy and appreciate your comments, and if you could share my channel and videos on social media and across the internet, it would help, as it is your support that keeps this channel going. So, until next time everyone, as always, please, stay safe out there.